Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the North Huntington Beach Invitational Soccer Tournament. This is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions. It's our pleasure to bring you this final championship game between North Huntington Beach and the Salsa. Now, on the right side of your screen, in black, is North Huntington Beach. We saw them earlier this morning beating the Nomads in the semifinal game. They won by a score of 1-0 in regulation time. And on the left side of your screen, in white and red, is the Salsa. Now, the Salsa come in here, previously have defeated North Huntington Beach in this very tournament. It was in the preliminary rounds, however, and as we heard earlier from Tim Wilson of North Huntington Beach, it wasn't that important of a game to them, so they don't take it too seriously. However, Salsa did come out on the top of that game by a score of 2-1. This is a whole new ball game. The final game for the 19 and under age group men's North Huntington Beach Invitational Tournament, and it is our pleasure to bring it to you. It's September 6, 1993. It's a beautiful, balmy, warm, although slightly windy, Monday afternoon on Labor Day weekend, and we've waited all day for this big game here. We'll bring you the lineups in just a minute. We want to remind everybody once again, this is Steve Farrell from George Langevin Productions, and we are going to play 45-minute halves, and if necessary, we'll have two 10-minute overtime periods, and then if they're still tied after that, we'll have the shootouts. All right, action's about to get underway. Let's try to bring you the lineups if we can. We'll start with North Huntington Beach. Once again, they're in black, and they're on the right side of your screen. They are coached by Coach Roger Wyatt and assistant coach Patrick Morell, and their manager is Steve Sanoff. John Bamford is their sweeper, number 3, on the right side of your screen, and Tim Wilson's number 4. Number 6 is Rick Lee. There's the beginning of action right there, and there's Timmy Wilson right there kicking it back. It goes over to number 13, Kevin Mercado. We saw lots of action out of Mercado earlier in the game, and he's starting off strong already. Mercado over to Boyce. You got to watch Boyce's quick feet. Wilson was all over the place in the semifinal earlier today. Good team here. We got to watch both teams. They're both excellent teams. We told you about number 6, Ricky Lee. We got to tell you about number 8 of North Huntington Beach, Sasha Sanoff. Number 9 is Charlie Lynch. Charlie had an assist in the first game, the only assist of the first game. Dan Judkins is number 10. He plays in the back defensive position. Number 10, there he is kicking the ball right there, Dan Judkins. Number 11, Jason Boyce, quick on his feet, good ball handler. Number 12 is Jason Martinez. Number 13, Kevin Mercado. We just caught a glimpse of him before. Jeremy Galdanetz is number 14. Patrick Lee is number 15, great defensive player. There he is in the, probably on your screen right about now. There he is. He's going to take the ball out. That is Patrick Lee right there, number 15. Number 16 is Jason Patterson. Number 17 scored the only goal of the first game against the Nomads is Stephen Patterson, the right halfback, had a goal earlier this morning. And number 18, the very quick Garrett Adams. In the goal today for North Huntington Beach, Jose Mesa. And normally in the goal, or sometimes in the goal, is Jason Pitts, but Jason's injured today. We probably won't see any action out of him. Looks like we've got a penalty right here on Salsa. It looks like one of the Salsa players was holding on to Jason Boyce just a little too tightly there by the jersey. And there's some smiles out there. Okay, still no score. Early first half action. Once again, 45-minute halves. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about now about the Salsa. We were talking earlier before the game, off camera, to Coach Octavio Zambrano, pardon me. Octavio Zambrano, and also assistant coach Marco Serna. The Salsa are, of course, in white and red, and they are led by number 3, Ruben Tavares. Number 5 is Sebastian Coneta. Number 6, Tony Devort. Number 7 is Alberto Valenzuela. Number 8, Junior Gonzalez. Number 10 is Art Temblador. Number 11 is Carlos Farias. Whistle on that play. Number 12, Frank Rosny. Number 13, Minor Alvarez. Number 15, Tomiko Davia. Number 17 is Hector Galdamez. Number 18, Oswaldo Williams. Number 20, Omar Mata. And in the goal for the Salsa, Marco Serna. Once again, a reminder that Salsa did beat North Huntington Beach 2-1 in the preliminaries of this very tournament. They have played one other tournament so far this year. They came in second in the Aztec tournament. Also, by the way, North Huntington Beach has played one tournament previous to this tournament this year, and that was the Mission Viejo tournament, and they lost in the final game to Tri-Valley on penalty kicks. No score. First half action. We hope to bring you a really exciting game. Here comes Mercado. Mercado firing down the sideline. Passes it inside to Boyce. Boyce, good dribbler, quick on his feet. They like to get that ball inside to number 12, Jason Martinez, if they can. That's the tall one. Also, Stephen Patterson uses his height. He used his height for a header in the semifinal earlier this morning to score the only goal of that game. Long kick by number 9, Charlie Lynch, who had the assist in the first game. Lynch did a good job of getting that ball up high and far, but wasn't in a great position for Mercado to make the play, although Mercado was alone. Good look. Okay, we have a trip there. Looks like Lynch is going to get called for that one. He has tripped up on number 13, Minor Alvarez. There's Alvarez right there getting back into play. He's okay. Now with the ball, we got to take a look at the Salsa here. We've already seen North Huntington Beach play earlier today. We want to watch the Salsa team. Great dribbling right there by Carlos Farias. Moving the ball well. He gets it over to Art Tremblador. Salsa still in control. Into the middle over to Alvarez. Back outside to Oswaldo Williams. Williams inside once again to Alvarez. Nice ball control so far on the part of the Salsa. Up towards midfield. Once again, Alvarez with the ball on the outside. Alvarez passes it in to number 7, Alberto Valenzuela. Valenzuela was tripped up, and it looks like Lynch has slammed one of the Salsa players to the ground. He's slow getting up. Slide tackle on that one by number 9, Charlie Lynch. Okay, Williams is back up, and he's okay. Good to see that. And we've got a free kick from the outside for the Salsa. Here it comes. It's up high. It looks good. It's right there. In the middle, another whistle on that play. Looks like we had an offside call, and that ball will go over to North Huntington Beach. Back at midfield, Ricky Lee right now trying to keep his balance. He goes down on that play. The ball gets turned over to the Salsa. Salsa in control right now, kicked way upfield. Ball being chased down now by Alberto Valenzuela. Valenzuela's quick. Manages to keep the ball in play. Goes down. Now it's back over to Dan Judkins. Lynch. Back to Bamford. Bamford slams it upfield. Now it's to Boyce. Boyce wants to maintain control. It's stolen away. To Lynch now. Lynch trying to get the ball past midfield. So far, Salsa really quick on their feet. Look at that. Number 15, Patrick Lee. Beautiful slide move. Here comes the Salsa. They are dangerous down here. They look real good. They're quick on their feet. Whistle on the play. So far, what we've seen from the Salsa is that they are a good dribbling team. Real quick on their feet. Know how to control the ball. And we've seen plenty of that today from North Huntington Beach. Earlier today in the semifinal against the Nomads, North Huntington Beach showed exceptional defense. And we've got to credit John Bamford and Charlie Lynch, along with Garrett Adams, for some great defense today. Earlier in the first game in the semifinals. Also, Dan Judkins played some great D earlier in the game. Timmy Wilson up to Boyce. Boyce goes down. Ball back over to the Salsa. Big long kick upfield. Alberto Valenzuela chasing that one down. Also, John Bamford's chasing it down. Valenzuela and Bamford fighting over it. Bamford trying to maintain control and doing a good job so far. Judkins. Judkins does a good job of getting it around Tremblador. Tremblador out to Mercado. Mercado wants to control it, gets it across midfield. Martinez now with it. Number 12 wants to move his teammates downfield. He wants Patterson to get downfield, kicks it ahead of Patterson. Ball goes over to the Salsa. Still in play. Another whistle there. Looks like that ball will go over to the Salsa. Great quick-footed action so far today. Both sides. We'd have to say that the Salsa has had the edge so far. They look real quick on their feet. They're really putting the pressure on that Huntington Beach defense. But that's what they're good at. Huntington Beach has got the D. That's why they're here. Patterson with the ball. Kicks it inside to Timmy Wilson. Ball kicked back by Lynch towards Judkins. Judkins to the outside to Mercado. Mercado tries to get it inside to Wilson. Wilson is pushed down from behind by number 18, Oswaldo Williams. Williams gets the yellow card for that. First one of the game so far. We do believe that was called on number 18 of the Salsa, Oswaldo Williams, for slamming Tim Wilson to the turf. We talked to Timmy after the semifinal game this morning, and he says that's the kind of game he likes. He doesn't mind hitting the deck. You can take a look at his shirt and see how many times he does that in the course of a game. And there's the kick by Judkins. It's way outside, over to Patterson. Ball out of bounds. Once again, this is the North Huntington Beach Invitational. It's Monday, September 6, 1993. A beautiful, beautiful, sunny, warm and breezy. Look at this. Boyce, shot, blocked. Look at that block by the Salsa goalie, Marco Serna. Okay, we told you a little bit about Jason Boyce earlier today. Boyce is quick on his feet. He got the move outside, took the real good shot. Serna right there. And great play by Serna. That was some shot. And it could have just as easily been North Huntington Beach 1, Salsa nothing if it wasn't for that great block by Serna. So it's still nothing. And it's still the first half. And here comes North Huntington Beach now. They've changed the tempo of this game. Here comes Martinez. And he is upset. There's an offside call on that play, and Martinez is upset. He wanted to go one-on-one with Serna and didn't get his opportunity. Salsa ball. Cross midfield. Good hard physical play so far today in this first half. It has been a quick first half so far. We'd have to look for a slowdown in the action sometime here. It's hard to imagine these guys keeping up this level of play the whole game. But I'll tell you, both sides want to get that early lead. Ball gets thrown inside, and it's picked up by Meza. Meza waits for his teammates to get set. Elects to kick. Nice kick. Just short of midfield on the fly. Boyce, Lee, stolen by the Salsa. Out to Williams. Williams gets across field. Kicked way downfield by Minor Alvarez. Alvarez gets it up to Carlos Farias. Farias outside, good block right there by, I believe, number 6, Rick Lee. Into the center now. Watch out for Minor Alvarez in the center. He looks quick out there. Ball taken away again by Lee. Kicked up field. Salsa will maintain control at that point. Ball will be thrown in by Art Temblador. Temblador inside to Williams. Lynch slams that one out of bounds. Okay, number 11, Carlos Farias. It looks like some real quick forwards here for the Salsa up front. Up front in the center to Valenzuela. Stolen away now by Wilson. Wilson kicks it upfield. Galdamez looking for an opening. Okay, Judkins now looking to get it out of there. Over to Lynch to the center. Lynch wants to get it out of that area. Doing a good job so far. Cross field. Intercepted there by Sebastian Conieta. Now the ball goes over to Art Temblador. A little back and forth action here. So far, most of the play has been down on the North Huntington Beach side of the field. Salsa really putting the pressure on down there. Bamford and Judkins and Lynch have got their work cut out for them today. We saw some excellent defensive play in the first game, in the semifinal earlier this morning, from number 15, Patrick Lee. He's got his work cut out for him today, too. There's some quick Salsa players right up front. Salsa ball. Tossed in. We have seen some really great quality soccer play here today and the whole weekend. This is one of the top tournaments. It's been going on for a few years now. Only the quality teams get the invite to come here, and we've seen nothing but great soccer all day in all age groups, but especially this 19 and under age group. We've really seen some great play. Ball tossed back inside. It goes over to number 11, Carlos Farias. Farias fighting it out over there. Art Temblador is inside there. Now the ball goes out to Gonzalez. No, that's Jason Martinez, number 12 of North Huntington Beach, but he's out of the action again now.
Watch it.
Lynch up to Mercado. Mercado gets the ball across field, but once again, Salsa takes control. Number 17, Galdamez. Over to number 13, Alvarez. Alvarez into the center. Centered up now by Carlos Farias. Farias looking for a break. Gets it out to Art Temblador. Temblador firing around the outside. Doesn't make the move. Galdamez now fighting it out. Farias. Two black shirts around him. Maintains control. Gets it over to Tony DeVort. Wilson. North Huntington Beach's Wilson over to Lynch. Lynch up the center. Martinez on the outside. Tries to maintain control. Lynch fighting for the ball. Gets pushed from behind. Stays with it. Ricky Lee gets it all the way downfield. Tries to get it over to Jason Boyce. And that's who will keep it. Boyce will toss it in right there. Gets it over to Patterson. North Huntington Beach hardly gets a moment's rest with the ball. As soon as they get the ball, it's almost like the whole Salsa team collapses upon them. Mercado all alone. He's going to make that move. He is tripped up in front of the goal. No whistle on the play. Another great defensive play by Salsa. Scissored by the defense this time. Salsa defense came out of nowhere. Mercado was alone, and he was going to make that one-on-one move against Serna, but he never got the opportunity to get a kickoff because all of a sudden it was like the Salsa was just everywhere. They are doing a great job here today. Valenzuela still dribbling. Gets it past Williams, and that ball will be picked up by Meza. Judkins will make this goal kick. And it's a good one. Cross midfield on the fly, picked up by the Salsa right there, headed back across by Tony DeVort. Salsa again on the move. Ball goes out this time to Williams. Williams fighting with Lee downfield and a whistle. North Huntington Beach's ball. Bamford upfield to Lee. Cross to Lynch. Lynch moving it up the center. Out this way to Mercado. Mercado centers it again, intended for Boyce. Ball goes over now to number 3, Ruben Tavares. Tavares gets it back across field. Now Lee and Gonzalez fighting over it at midfield. Temblador on the outside, centers it nicely. Number 7 is going to get a shot on goal, and it's wide to the right. That was Alberto Valenzuela, who had the open shot on Meza, had his opportunity, and he got it wide to the right and high. And the Salsa is putting the pressure on North Huntington Beach. North Huntington Beach is going to have to get that ball down to the other side of the field, or this is going to go on all day. There's a shot right there of Alberto Valenzuela. He's disappointed. He knows he had the open shot right there. This Salsa club seems to really thrive on the short passing game, really work well together as a team. They're all quick. Every single one of them from the defense to the front. And that offensive front of the Salsa is just too quick. North Huntington Beach is going to really have their work cut out for them today. But they've got the defense to handle this squad. And we've seen them operate today. Judkins towards Boyce, stolen away by the Salsa. Wilson. North Huntington Beach is really having a hard time just passing the ball around to each other. The Salsa's just all over these guys. Valenzuela again in the center of the ball gets passed outside to Boyce. Boyce wants to get that ball upfield. He's had enough of this nonsense. He gets it way upfield. Once again, Salsa take it away. Cannot get it past these guys up front. Ruben Tavares right there with the good D. Tavares goes down, gets back up. Play resumes. Rick Lee to the outside. Oh, a little bit of a mistake right there by number 8, Sasha Sanov. Ball back in play. Salsa ball. Look at the control right there by Carlos Farias, still fighting for it. Now he gets it out to Oswaldo Williams. Williams takes it across midfield and turns it around. Wilson after it. Williams. Actually, that was Alvarez. Alvarez inside. Tries to get it over to Farias. Farias trying to maintain control. He's fighting out there with Bamford. Farias making a move towards the center. Here comes the Salsa, picked up by Meza. Boy, the Salsa are really putting the pressure on Bamford, Judkins, and Mesa down there deep. Picked up by the Salsa once again. That is Williams at midfield. Williams dribbling upfield. Likes to get it outside over here to number 11, Farias. Farias takes it from there. They're looking to center it right now. Alvarez in the center. Look at the dribbling by this team. Over to press Meza. Meza makes a slight block on it, but kicks it outside. Boyce maintains control. Good physical play by Boyce. Getting in there and mixing it up a little bit. North Huntington Beach is really having a hard time here getting the ball down the other end of the field. So far, Salsa has really dominated play here. Here we go, the same move every time. Farias gets around the outside, and now Judkins comes in and breaks that up. They've got to control Farias on the outside there. He just keeps making that same move. And once he gets around the outside there, he's got Valenzuela lining up in the center, along with Alvarez, and they're dangerous. Patterson. Whistle on the play. Huntington Beach. Wilson. Good move by Wilson. Nice fake by Wilson. Wilson up to the middle. Loses the ball, gets it over to the Salsa. Salsa just smothering the ball. There was nobody open there for Wilson. Salsa is just smothering the ball. All right, that'll be chased down there by Sasha Sanov. Sanov will keep it in play. And here they come again. There's just too much white around this ball. I mean, this everywhere we turn, we just see white jerseys. Maybe that tide will turn. Wilson trying to turn the tide right now. Wilson's playing his heart out. Everybody on North Huntington Beach is, but this so far, the Salsa team just looks too quick. But we still have no score. Once again, first half action, still no score. This is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions. We have a whistle on that play. And it's our pleasure to bring you this final game of the men's 19 and under championship game, the North Huntington Beach Invitational, here at UC Irvine. Still no score, first half. Judkins to Boyce, back to Judkins. Big long kick downfield, they get it out to Patterson. Patterson's going to make a move on goal, but no chance. Blocked right over there by the Salsa. Another whistle, high kick. Galdamez is going to take this free kick. Brings it all the way over to the other side of the field. Salsa again controlling. Conieta. Conieta looking for Farias over there on the right side. That's what they seem to like to do, the Salsa. They seem to like to go to the far side of the field from us and get that ball out to Carlos Farias. Farias likes to make that quick move towards the goal. Here we go, Martinez on a break by himself, and it's blocked. Beautiful move by Marco Serna. Martinez all alone on that, made the good shot. Serna comes way out of the goal and makes the play again. As well as the Salsa's playing, here comes number 7 right here, Valenzuela. Valenzuela shot on goal, past Mesa, wide to the left. As well as the Salsa's playing, they could easily be down by a score of 2-0 now. Martinez has had 2 great shots on goal, and both times Marco Serna has made great blocks to keep this game tied at 0-0. I'm telling you, North Huntington Beach almost went up 2-0, but they've missed both times. Good shots, however, by Martinez. Super exciting game so far. Both teams trying to make the most of their opportunities, although the Salsa has kind of dominated play so far. North Huntington Beach has had two nice, clean shots on open goals. Well, not completely open, of course. Serna in the way both times. Martinez trying to keep it in bounds. Goes out right there. Looks like it should go over to the Salsa. That'll be thrown in by Cañeta. Cañeta over to Gonzalez. To Lynch. Back to Bamford. Outside to Lee. Lee open for a change. The Salsa's not all over those black jerseys. Judkins now. Cross midfield. And we got to watch Garrett Adams, number 18 from North Huntington Beach. He's a quick one. Gives Tony DeVort a little push. Tossed in and a whistle on the play. It looks like they may call Jason Boyce for pushing on that one. That's okay. We've got a pretty enthusiastic crowd on both sides of the fields for this championship match. Very concerned soccer crowd here all day long. We've been hearing nothing but great talk about the game. All different teams, different tournaments coming up. Various players. Lots of fun. Lots of concerned people here watching these games from all different teams, not just fans of these two teams, but just everyone concerned, because this is the big one. The final of the oldest age group. Lynch inside. Lee trying to center it. North Huntington Beach making that move again. Here comes Lynch. Kicks it on to the outside. Ball being chased down and it goes out of bounds. Valiant effort right there by Sasha Sanef trying to keep it in bounds, but to no avail. Salsa ball. Looks like Junior Gonzalez will make this kick. A nice one. Good header right there by Lee. Lee again on the D. It looks like North Huntington Beach is waking up a little bit here. And we've got a tackle on that play. Looks like they're going to call Salsa with that trip. And they certainly do. They call Sebastian Cañeta with the trip on Jason Martinez. Both of these teams came out fired up. We had a long wait between games. Over to Boyce. Boyce being covered now by Galdamez, and the kick is to the left. We had a long wait between games. The semifinal between the Nomads and North Huntington Beach was at 11 o'clock this morning. And also the Salsa game was at 11 o'clock this morning. And both teams had to wait around not only till 3 o'clock, but till about 3:45 to 4 or 4 o'clock because of the double overtime plus penalty kicks in the game right before this on this field. So both teams just sat around for a long time, but they came out here fired up. It looks like North Huntington Beach is getting their act together here. Oh, a little pushing there called on Martinez. Salsa ball. Yeah, it looks like North Huntington Beach is getting their defense back together. And Salsa having a little bit more difficulty now moving that ball around. Let's see if I've spoken too soon. They're going to make their moves again. Here comes 15 now. Tomiko Davia. And we've got a whistle on that play. Sasha Sanef was dribbling around. We got a whistle. Martinez is all the way upfield now. And the ball kicked out of bounds by Cañeta of the Salsa. North Huntington Beach ball, shy of midfield. Garrett Adams now with the ball. Adams quick up front. We told you about him before the game. Look at that dribbling maneuver. Very nice. Wide to the right. Still no score. First half action. Championship game. About 15 minutes remain in this first half. Still no score. Salsa ball up to midfield. Another whistle. Looks like it'll be Salsa ball. Let's see. Yes, it will. Okay, that North Huntington Beach defense looks like they finally made a move and slowed down that Salsa offense now. For a while there, Salsa was all over them. But strangely enough, North Huntington Beach is the ones that have gotten the real clean shots on goal so far today. Now that they've picked up their defense. And here comes Salsa again. These guys are quick up front. There's the shot on Mesa. It's rolling around in front of the goal. The shot again. We're waiting for a call here. The ball is in the net. No goal on that play. We had an offside call. Okay, outside of the goal it was. Okay, boy, that was an exciting play. Once again, the Salsa can put that quick pressure on you any second. Things develop very quickly. We can hardly see what's going on down there. They're moving so fast. We'll try to get all the action to you. Judkins and Wilson up front, but ball taken away by Williams. Williams tries to get it outside. He does so. He gets it outside to Alberto Valenzuela. Valenzuela tripped up, and he's down and hurt on the play. And he's okay. He's back up fast. Minor Alvarez with the ball. Gets it outside to Valenzuela. He is quick. Over to Alvarez. Back to Valenzuela. Down front to Williams. Williams across the center. Nice centering pass. Quick centering pass. We got a high kick, I believe. And the ball will get turned over to North Huntington Beach.
Let's go.
Lee, Bamford, Lynch, Meza, Judkins, back to Meza, dangerous, Judkins, up to Wilson, Lynch again, outside to Lee, North Huntington Beach moving the ball much better now. Oh, that was Sanoff, now it's to Lee. Lynch in the center, all the way to the outside now to Galdanets. Galdanets being pressured by number 17, Galdamez, Hector Galdamez. And Galdamez gets thrown down on the play, wanted the whistle, didn't get it. Nice fake by Wilson right there. Wilson charges towards the center. Still in the center towards Lee. They back it out to Lynch. Lynch controlling. And gets it outside this time to Pat Lee. Lee gives it a long, high kick towards goal. That won't make it. Serna picks that up easily. Still no score here in this first half action of this championship game. And as you can plainly see, action is fast and furious. Lots of fun to watch. Two really excellent teams. Okay, here comes Valenzuela now on the other side of the field. He's quick over there. Davia. Bamford looking over both shoulders to see who's around. Nobody there. Okay. That is Jose Meza, and he'll take the kick himself. He gets it outside to Rick Lee. That was Patrick Lee that he got it to at that time. Galdanets here on the outside. Wilson, Galdanets. Towards Boyce, back to Galdanets. North Huntington Beach moving the ball really well now at this point. To Boyce. Cleared away by Salsa. Minor Alvarez has it now. He gets it out towards his teammate Oswaldo Williams. Lynch comes in and slides and breaks things up. And that ball will be turned over to the Salsa. Okay, it looks like number 15, Tomiko Davia, is going to take a little bit of a breather. He's coming off the field, and we'll try to see who's coming in on this play. Okay, we don't have his name, but we'll be seeing action out of him. He'll be over there with Patrick Lee. Action right in front of our cameras here. Jeremy Galdanets goes down on that play. The ball gets taken away by Oswaldo Williams. Williams gets it out to the outside to Sebastian Coneta. Coneta looking good, going across field, moving fast. And that's number 11, Carlos Farias, that is now back in the game for the Salsa. That is who replaced Davia just a moment ago. And Farias runs hard, so we got to watch him on that outside. Tony DeVort moving the ball upfield really well. And they've got it out to Farias now. He likes to make those quick moves, and here he comes. Farias centers it in nicely towards number 7, Alberto Valenzuela, and we have a whistle on the play. And we don't know what that call that is. Mesa's got the ball. Offside call. And that ball will go over to North Huntington Beach. Tim Wilson. Wilson out to Lynch. Lynch back over to the middle to Boyce. Boyce back over to Rick Lee. Outside of Patrick Lee. Lee being chased there by Carlos Farias. Okay, a little break in the action here. There's still no score. I'd say we have about 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Scoreless game. Another whistle on the play, and the ball goes over to North Huntington Beach. Keep an eye on North Huntington Beach in front of this goal. Very dangerous with Martinez up front. Corner kick now for North Huntington Beach. The kick is high enough. It's in the right spot, but it is headed out of there by the Salsa. And downfield with it goes Valenzuela. Valenzuela's got Farias out to his left. Farias in the middle. Boy, he's fast. Look at this guy go. He's got Bamford all over him. Boy, oh boy, Bamford had no choice but to tackle that guy. Great defensive player. You got to hand it to John Bamford, the sweeper for North Huntington Beach. He's all over Valenzuela and Farias. They are just too quick down there. Wilson back to Meza. Lee on the outside. Lee back into Wilson. Wilson centering. He looks back towards Judkins. Judkins gets it out to, over to Judkins now, number 10. That was Bamford, got it out to Judkins. Past Galdanets. Number 18, Williams. Williams with Bamford in front of him. Cleared away there by Lee. Good move by Pat Lee, and it's picked up now by Jose Meza.
Watch it, guys.
Bamford back to Meza. Meza clears it outside to Lee. Lee with it now. He's got Temblador right in front of him. Picked off by Coneta. Back to Lynch. Lynch and Farias. Farias go down. Farias is going to stay down for a minute. He's a little banged up. He's okay. We've got about 5 minutes remaining. in this first half. And now a very dangerous situation here for North Huntington Beach. The ball is centered. It's past Mesa. Mesa's still not controlling it. And there's a whistle on that play. Mesa's still not up. Looks like he's hurt his left leg. Taking a little bit of a breather. Things were out of control for a second there. But NHB has survived it. And it looks like they're going to leave it up to Jeremy Galdanets to make the big kick here. They need to get that ball down the other side of the field again. There is a breeze out here today, and there's been a strong breeze all day, kind of swirling. I'd say it's blowing from west to east. So it'd actually be favoring the Salsa at this point. But not a real strong breeze, and it's not consistent. Number 11, Farias on the outside. Very dangerous out there. The kick blocked by Lee. Taken out of there by Lynch. Good job by Lynch turning that around with a bicycle. Farias again. Nice move right there. Mesa comes flying out of the box and makes the right move. He had to make that move. Takes control of the ball. Boy, this guy Mesa has really played a good goal today. Unscored upon for the day. Oh, nice footwork back and forth here by NHB. Galdanets upfield, and it gets past number 17, Hector Galdames of the Salsa. Now Garrett's got it. Garrett Adams dribbling nicely towards the middle, stolen away by the Salsa again. Wilson. Outside to Lynch. Lynch coming all the way upfield now. Inside, Adams by himself tries to make the kick. Past Serna, but it's wide to the right, and there's a whistle on that play. There's a nice shot of Ruben Tavares there. Good strong kick by Galdames upfield. Back over to Galdames. Garrett Adams gets into the action. Wilson right in front of our cameras. Back to Galdanets. Wilson again. Ball all the way upfield. Martinez tries to make a header without even looking. Almost does it. Once again, that Salsa defense is right there protecting Marco Serna. And now number 8, Junior Gonzalez is making a fast move upfield. Gonzalez trying to maintain control. He's got Farias in front of him. Ball goes outside now to the middle to Williams. Ball taken away from Williams and hit over to Galdames, number 17. Now back over to Williams. Nice passing action here by Salsa. And another whistle. Very little time left here in the first half. Still no score. And we can't say enough about this Salsa offense. Of course, their defense has been spectacular today, but their offensive maneuver is just quick, precise, lots of passes, and they seem to have a nice ball control, very balanced attack towards the net. Mesa is really going to have his work cut out for him today, although Serna has had to make two really fantastic plays up front. Once again, Serna maintains control of the ball, throws it out. But not that far, almost broken up there by Timmy Wilson. Lynch, Lee. Taken away again by Williams. Williams to the center. And we've got a whistle on that play. I believe we have an offsides called against Salsa. Galdanets, upfield. Martinez, back to Wilson. Over to Lynch. Lee now. Gets it up front. Martinez trying to control. Martinez angry. Every time he seems to get the ball near him, he hears a whistle blow. About 1 minute remaining in this first half. Still no score. Great action from both teams. We've seen good D, great offense, good goalkeeping on both teams here. Some pretty clean play. We've seen a little rough and tough here and there, but some good, clean, hard play. And that is the end of the first half. And what a half it was. We've seen some great footwork on the part of both teams. The Salsa have maintained a steady attack throughout most of the first half, but the North Huntington Beach squad has put two serious attacks on goal. Both teams come up short. No goals for either side. The score is still tied at 0-0. This is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions, and we'll be back with the second half of this championship game in just a few moments. Thanks for the help. Hey, thanks for the help. All right, once again, we are back. Halftime is over, and it was a quick one. Once again, a quick reminder, there is still no score in this championship game here for the boys 19 and under. Once again, this is the North Huntington Beach Invitational, and this is the final championship game, and it's been a good one. Still no score, but boy, have we seen some action from both sides. Defense on both sides. Great looking offense by the Salsa, and just before the end of the half, North Huntington Beach looked like they were starting to come alive. So obviously things could go either way here. There still is no score. Of course, we switch sides now. Salsa is in white, and they'll be moving from your right to your left. North Huntington Beach is in black, and they'll be moving from left to right. 45-minute halves, and we've got about 44 and a half minutes left in this one. Sit back and enjoy. This promises to be a good one. Both these teams are excellent, and this is some tournament. Ball is with the Salsa right now. And they are really hard to follow. Ball centered nicely. Being chased now by Patterson. Controlled now by Temblador. Temblador on the outside. He's got two black jerseys right in front of him. Lee and Patterson right in front of him. He still maintains control. Nice footwork right there by Temblador. He gets a call. Okay, finally called out of bounds now. And that's going to go over to North Huntington Beach. Yes, it does. Rick Lee will pick that one up. North Huntington Beach gets the ball across field. That is Martinez going after it. Once again, the Salsa defense picks it up. High kick this time. Could go either way. Dangerous situation right now for the Salsa with the ball in front of their goal, getting it up that high. Whistle on the play. Still no score. Early second half action. Lynch with the header. Over to Wilson. Wilson to Boyce. Boyce quick on his feet. Here comes Boyce. In the clear on the right now. Makes a nice quick move towards goal. And he gets away from the D. Chopped up again by the Salsa. He gets it outside this time to Stephen Patterson. Patterson had the only goal of the first game. And the kick by Patterson is going to be widened to the left. Salsa ball. And here comes that Salsa offense, which is extremely dangerous. They are quick. Lots of short passes. Shot on Mesa. Mesa fumbles it, but maintains control. And a nice-looking shot, but not good enough to get past Mesa. This guy is unscored upon today. And he's had some hard shots coming his way. Big long kick by Williams, and that's too far gone. Judkins with the goal kick now. And he opts for the short one over here towards Lynch. Lynch has got Salsa all over him. That's what keeps happening here. We've seen that all day. Salsa players very quick on their feet. They get all over the ball in a hurry. That was Junior Gonzalez getting all over Lynch. Pat Lee tosses it in towards Jason Boyce. Over now to Rick Lee. Rick Lee dribbles it through the center. He's looking quick right there. Gets it outside to Stephen Patterson. Patterson alone in the corner, being chased down now by Davia. And Patterson alone now is going to make a shot on goal. He gets chopped up by a Salsa defender, and a nice play by him. He just tackles Patterson, gets him out of the play. Nice move by both players. Here comes Salsa, led by number 18, Oswaldo Williams. Williams gets it out to the side to Junior Gonzalez. Gonzalez wanted that ball badly. Boy, these guys look super good. Junior Gonzalez. Inside now to Carlos Farias, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Salsa. These guys look good. We're going to see a lot of these guys going on to college ball later on this year or next. And it looks like a lot of these guys are going to go on because these are two super teams. Look at this guy now, Carlos Farias. Farias, beautiful move right there by Farias. Gets around Patrick Lee. But John Bamford gets in the way, and Farias makes a kick that goes wide to the left. Okay. North Huntington Beach kick here. Good long one this time. Up to Wilson. The header by Wilson gets it across midfield. Now Boyce is chasing it down along with Hector Galdamez. Ball is chopped back upfield past Lynch. Over now to Alberto Valenzuela. Valenzuela being chased by Judkins. Returned by Salza. Here comes Valenzuela on the move, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Salsa. Salsa ball comes inside now to Temblador. Temblador now over to Valenzuela, whistle on the play. North Huntington Beach ball. Lynch chasing this one down. He's got Lee to his outside. Gets it up to Boyce. Boyce is fast. Watch Boyce move. Beautiful pass. And he is chopped up right there by Ruben Tavares, number 3 on Salsa. Beautiful play because Boyce was on his way. And he is just taken out by Ruben Tavares. Still no score. Second half action. Championship game of the North Huntington Beach Invitational. This is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions, and this game is just a tad slower than it was in the early going of the first half, but still exciting. And you never know when these guys are going to start picking it up again. Farias into Gonzalez. Gonzalez controlling, back to Farias. Nice quick short passes by Salza. Temblador. Off the North Huntington Beach player, Lee, but maintains control. Valenzuela inside. Back outside to Valenzuela again. Hector Galdamez. Boyce. Martinez. Martinez is held from behind by number 13, Minor Alvarez, and that's what causes the whistle on that play. Jason Martinez is an aggressive player and looks like a real natural scorer, but he has been frustrated today. He's had a couple of great opportunities, and he's either been fouled or there's been a call not involving him. And he just hasn't gotten that shot on goal that he wants yet today. Okay, looks like it's going to be a free kick now. Looks like they're going to let Stephen Patterson make this free kick. Indirect one. On goal, wide to the left. Goal kick now will be handled by Ruben Tavares. Tavares gets it out short. The North Huntington Beach defense is looking tighter and tighter as this game goes on. Here comes Patterson looking real fast going up against Junior Gonzalez. Patterson comes away with that ball alive. Looks like we had an obstruction call right there against the Salsa. It was on number 18, Oswaldo Williams. The ball will go over to North Huntington Beach. Boyce in control. Boyce over to Lee. Lee's got Mercado on the outside. He opts to go to Dan Judkins instead. Judkins gets it upfield. Goes off a Salsa player. Still in bounds here. Big long kick the other way. Being chased down by number 7, Alberto Valenzuela. And it goes out of bounds. Looks like that ball will go over to North Huntington Beach. It doesn't seem like the Salsa have been able to get that real crisp passing action going here in the second half that they had going so well in the first half. Even towards the end of the first half, it looked like the Huntington Beach defense has started to do some damage to that real quick Salsa passing attack. So NHB has figured something out, and they're back in their game now. And with a scoreless tie, things go either way. Rick Lee with a big long one. Centering, look, George Martinez. Martinez came into the picture at the last second and just missed. Would have been a beautiful high loft. Timed volley from Lee to Martinez. Martinez got there just slightly late. And that would have been a nice one. But to no avail, still no score. Play resumes. Salsa, upfield. Number 7 now, Alberto Valenzuela goes down on that play, and he is in pain, but he's back up, and he's back up with a vengeance. He gets right into the act on Judkins, starts pulling his jersey off, but Valenzuela's a little upset, and then he slams Bamford to the ground. Things are getting hot out there. Watch the Salsa, they're on the front of that goal. Mesa, the kick, goal, goal. The goal goes past Mesa. Mesa came out of the goal, tried to get in front of that kick, but there was a delay move made, and then towards the far right side of the screen, a beautiful kick was made, and it looks like that was in by Junior Gonzalez. Gonzalez, with the first goal of the game, puts the Salsa up by a score of 1-0. Number 8, Junior Gonzalez, beautiful play there. He had Mesa coming right at him. He delayed for a second, faked him out just a little bit, and then made that move, kicked it to the far high right side of the goal. And that is the first goal we've seen scored today. You got to hand it to Junior Gonzalez on that last goal. It was a thing of beauty, and the way things are going today, may be tough for North Huntington to overcome that. But they have tightened up here in the second half. Okay, Jason Boyce, number 11, is going to be on the sidelines for a while. And number 18, Garrett Adams, is back in the game for North Huntington Beach. Okay, we're going to have a free kick here, and the referee is telling the Salsa players to give Tim Wilson at least 10 yards on this. Wilson's got his 10 yards, and he gets it over towards Patterson. Patterson in front of the net is moved to the outside very nicely by Junior Gonzalez, and that kick is wild and wide. No score, Salsa ball. 31 minutes remain in this game. Once again, the nice-looking goal by Junior Gonzalez, the first goal of the game, has put the Salsa up by a score of 1-0. But still plenty of time left. Okay, slight delay in the action there. And a fake, and it's kicked out to Martinez. Martinez making a move on goal. It pushed down from behind by Hector Galdamez. Galdamez protesting, but it looks like it's going to be a penalty kick situation now for NHB, and a chance to tie this one up. Martinez has had a few shots at that goal today, but each time he's been frustrated or dragged down from behind. This time his team's going to get the benefit of a penalty kick and a chance to tie it up. This is interesting now. They're going to give this over to number 10, Dan Judkins. Or it looks like Judkins will be making the kick. And oh boy, that's close. Okay. Referee is motioning to Judkins that he wants it moved back a little bit. Referee's going to measure it out. Looks like it's going to be a, is that about a 10-yarder? Looks to be about 10 yards. That's where the ref wants it made. He's instructing Judkins as to what he wants. Look at this. This could be a tie ball game right now. The pressure is on Judkins and Serna. Serna looking cool in the goal. Judkins looking cool, 10 yards out. This is really tough for Serna to stop. Let's see what he can do. He's made some great stops today. The kick, and it's good. Tie game. Tie game. North Huntington Beach has tied up this game at 1-1. Once again, the penalty kick goes to Dan Judkins because of the foul against Jason Martinez. We talked earlier today about how Martinez had been frustrated down low, and he was unable to generate any offense down there at all. Through no fault of his own, really. He keeps getting hit from behind every time he makes a move. And now, finally, some vindications from Martinez in the form of a Dan Judkins penalty kick that gets right past Marco Serna, and the game is tied up now at 1-1. And once again, to quote a cliche, this game could go either way. Whistle on that play. Okay, Junior Gonzalez now, the man with the goal in the just a few moments ago, tries to center it, gets it over, centered nicely to Oswaldo Williams. Williams is making the move. He gets tripped up in front of the goal. What's the call here? Looks like it's going to be against North Huntington Beach, and Williams is hurt. Looks like it's Williams that's down hurt on this play. Yes, it is. That's Oswaldo Williams, and they are calling the trainer out. He is seriously hurt. Okay, Oswaldo Williams is up, and he looks like he's all right. He's just walking off the field now on his own power, and he took it hard to the hip area, and he is walking fine. That is going to bring up a penalty kick situation now. Art Temblador gets the nod from Coach Zambrano, and he's got Jose Mesa standing in front of him. It's going to be a one-on-one from about 10 yards out, just like we just saw with Judkins and Serna. It is now Temblador against Mesa. This could give the Salsa the lead. Here comes the kick. And it's good. A slow roller to the right side from Temblador puts the Salsa up by a score of 2-1 here in this second half. And things are changing by the minute here. Salsa now up by a score of 2-1. Still plenty of time left in this game, but that's got to be slightly disheartening for North Huntington Beach to have given up that tie that they had attained so quickly. Boyce now with the quick feet on the outside. Boyce centers it in nicely, broken up by number 3, Ruben Tavares of the Salsa. Wilson gets it inside again. Garrett Adams going to make a move and whistled before he gets in close to the box. Serna is saved. Garrett Adams was making a move on goal there. Could have tied things up. Wilson, nice move by Wilson, beautiful spin. Tavares comes and breaks things up. Outside to Patterson. Patterson alone, being left alone. He's got Lee on his outside right. Gets it all the way across field towards Boyce. But Boyce not there. And now Lee steals it back, gets it into Adams now. Nice passing by Lee. Adams is alone, he can take a shot at goal, and it was wide to the left. He is tripped up. What's the call? There was no call on that last play, although Garrett Adams was making a great move on goal. Now Timmy Wilson's going to make the corner kick here. They've got Martinez in there. They've got Patterson in there. Here comes the kick. It's not quite high or far enough. Not a great kick by Wilson. He's disappointed with that. Play resumes. Salsa ball. It's going to get picked up by Hector Galdames. Salsa leads by a score of 2-1 over North Huntington Beach. The first goal was by Junior Gonzalez early in this second half. Then a penalty kick by Dan Judkins of North Huntington Beach tied things up just a few moments ago, and then immediately after that, another penalty kick by Art Temblador made the score Salsa 2, North Huntington Beach 1. Still plenty of time left. Salsa ball. Lee, nice move by Lee. Lee around the outside, beautiful move there. He kicks it outside to Boyce. Boyce keeps the ball in play. Nice move by Boyce. Look at the feet on this guy. Look at that move by Boyce. Nice dribbling by Boyce. He maintains control. Gets it out to Lynch. North Huntington Beach looking better and better by the minute. Kick by Lynch is from far outside, and it goes outside. Looks like number 3, Ruben Tavares, will take this kick. And it's a strong one out towards midfield. Boyce again. In towards Martinez. Tavares on top of it. Beautiful move by Tavares, getting it out of that area. Great D by Tavares all day long today. North Huntington Beach doing a much better job now during the latter part of the first half and all throughout this second half, doing a much better job of containing that quick pass Salsa offense. Not only that, NHB doing a great job of getting that ball down the other side of the field now. So things have evened up. And maybe I've spoken too soon. Here comes number 16, number 13, Minor Alvarez, and he is fouled down close. We might have another penalty kick situation here. Let's see what took place. Yes, indeed, we are going to have another penalty kick situation, and that was Tamiko Davia that was driving so well. And he was tripped up at the last second. And sure enough, Salsa is going to get a penalty kick here from only about 10 or 11 yards out. They're giving it to Oswaldo Williams. He's going to go one-on-one with Mesa. And this, Mesa has got to stop this one. Yes, indeed, it is going to be Williams with the kick. Mesa has got to stop this one to keep his team from going down by a score of 3-1. Here's the kick, and it is good. The Salsa are now up by a score of 3-1. Oswaldo Williams has driven the ball in past Jose Mesa, and we've now got a 3-1 Salsa lead. Okay, once again, Salsa up by a score of 3-1 now. Still plenty of time left for NHB to tie this baby up or take a lead. We have seen 3 penalty kicks in a row now. Here comes Martinez. Martinez alone now. He wants it bad, and it's blocked. Serna comes all the way outside the goal and blocks that one. And there's Martinez with that frustrated look. Once again, when he's about to make a move on goal, there's a whistle on the play. Salsa 3. NHB 1. Bamford with the ball, gets it outside this time to Dan Judkins. By the way, our mistake before, those penalty kicks are from 12 yards outside the goal. Okay, we've got a very upset Salsa player on our hands down here, and he just went to his knees and slammed the ground in frustration over this last call. It's going to be a free kick for NHB. It looks like they're going to hand it over to Wilson. That was Hector Galdamez that got so frustrated on that last play. Wilson will make this kick. From outside, everybody lining up in front of that Salsa goal. NHB needs this one. High enough, long enough, good one, in front of the goal. There's Lee with a shot on goal, and it's good! It's good! Number 6, Ricky Lee, has just made the score 3-2, brought his team within 1. What a second half we've seen. Totally scoreless in the first half, and now we've seen a total of 5 goals so far in this second half. And once again, the Salsa is now up by a score of 3-2. It was a nice kick. Wilson got it up high enough and far enough. The ball did not get headed in. It hit the ground once. Lee was there, made a nice, smooth, calm kick, and it went right in for him for his first goal of the day. Salsa 3, North Huntington Beach 2. Action's back in now. Anything can happen now with this just a 1-goal game. And here's a shot on goal wide to the left. Nice shot by Tamiko Davia. And is this game out of hand or what? People are shooting on goal all over the place. Both teams just keep answering each other back. And it's really been a seesaw battle. What a game. About 20 minutes left in the second half, we'll say. And there's a good long kick up across midfield, but there was a whistle on that. See what that is. Okay, referee's making a move towards the other end of the field. He's talking to his he's talking, I believe, to the coach of North Huntington Beach. Some kind of substitution taking place. Dan Judkins is running off the field, and it looks like Patrick Lee is coming in. John Bamford moving back. Now he'll make this goal kick. And that's it. It was just a substitution. Okay. Play resumes. Back in. Farias heads it out of bounds. NHB ball.
Back in behind, back in behind. Get on it, Tim.
Okay, here comes Salsa in the person of Minor Alvarez. Looks like he's making a move upfield. Goes to the outside now, over to Junior Gonzalez, who scored the first goal of the game. Upfield this time. Whistle on the play. Carlos Farias was dribbling, and the call goes in favor of North Huntington Beach. They get it out towards Lynch. Charlie Lynch making a move with the ball. Now he's being chased down by Tomiko Davia. Ball goes upfield. Oh, slammed to the ground. That looks like it might have been Tim Wilson. We'll see who that was. No, it wasn't. That was Jason Martinez that was slammed to the ground towards midfield, and he is slow getting up. Okay, Martinez is up now. He looks like he's going to be all right. But boy, did he go down hard on that play. Lots of rough play. Well, we wouldn't say it's lots of rough play, but lots of real hard play out here today. And we are going to have a corner kick now. Looks like they're going to hand this one over to Jason Boyce. He's going to take it from the corner. Always a dangerous situation. Good opportunity for North Huntington Beach to tie this one up. They've got Martinez down in front of the goal, and the dribbler not high enough or far enough. And all the way out towards number 15, Davia. And Davia dribbles it out of bounds. Ball goes to North Huntington Beach. Lynch inside with it. Towards Boyce. Salsa leads 3-2. Whistle on the play. That's Timmy Wilson that went down real hard on that last play. He's up and all right. We've got to keep an eye on Tim Wilson, number 4 of North Huntington Beach. He really turned it on during the late going of today's semi. And let's see if he turns on that kind of pressure today late in the game. Lynch. Mercado. Mercado gets it up high towards Martinez. Martinez tries to head it in. He's got Garrett Adams right in front of him. Headed out of bounds and kicked out of bounds this time. Another corner kick situation now. Knocked it out by Junior Gonzalez. Gonzalez did the right thing. Too much pressure down low on his team. He just knocks it out of bounds and goes for the corner kick. Salsa's in the lead by a score of 3-2. Sasha Sanef will make the kick. Okay, there's a little delay here. We're waiting for Sanef to make his move. I'm looking for Martinez to come crashing into the gate. And here comes Martinez low, and it's headed out of there. Nice defensive play by number 3, Ruben Tavares. Once again, Tavares gets into the thick of it on defense. Doing a great job for his Salsa today. Lynch steals it. Back in the middle. Adams, very dangerous down low, and Marco Serna grabs the ball. And lofts a high one out towards center field. Sanef. Nice kick inside towards Adams. Returned by Salsa. Upfield. Nice dribbling once again by Farias. You gotta like the way that Carlos Farias moves with that ball. Here comes number 15 downfield, Davia. Davia hot in the second half. Lee trying to chop up Davia. Ball goes back out now to Sanef. Sanef wants to get this one upfield, does so. Gets it up towards Wilson. Wilson gets it up towards Adams. Nice moves here. Adams and Boyce, and it's broken up by Tony DeVort. Good play by DeVort because Adams and Boyce were about to make a move on goal, and there was nothing to stop them. except DeVort. 15 minutes left in the second half. Salsa with the lead, 3-2. Here comes Wilson. Wilson out towards Adams. Adams making a move, centers it nicely. In towards Gonzalez, in towards Martinez, and it's good! It's good! Adams to Martinez, ties up the game! Great kick by Adams from the outside right side. Slams it in towards the goal, gets it up nice and high, and out of nowhere comes Jason Martinez to tie the game. Did you see that?
Ready now!
Both teams just keep answering each other back and back. It's tied up again. We've seen 6 goals so far in this second half after seeing nothing in the first half. Adams again in front of the goal. Wilson in front of the goal. And he is chopped up there by Tony DeVort. Or was that Junior Gonzalez? Junior Gonzalez is the one that did the chopping on that last play. What a second half. That last goal by North Huntington Beach was just pretty. Picture perfect pass by Garrett Adams right into the center. And flying into our picture at the last second comes Jason Martinez. You knew he was going to come into the picture somehow. And he handled it perfectly. Ties the game up. That's right. North Huntington Beach has come back from a 3-1 deficit to tie this one up. It's funny how we mentioned Jason Martinez so many times during the first half as well as the early going of the second half, where it just seemed like his efforts had been frustrated so many times. Action in front of that Salsa goal cleared nicely by Junior Gonzalez. Again, Gonzalez doing a good job on defense and offense today. We talked about Martinez and his frustrating efforts trying to get that ball into the goal, and now he's been a big part of this last drive. It's that Martinez threat, number 12, there he is in black, from NHB. It's that threat from him that has created at least 2 goals for NHB. On their first goal of the game, he was dragged down so close to the goal because of a sure shot straight into Serna that it resulted in a penalty kick. And now that beautiful sidewinder pass from Adams. And Martinez just comes flying into our picture, slams it in, ties the game up. I don't know which way this one's going to go, but I'll tell you one thing about that NHB defense. They have hung tough, stayed in there today, and they have thwarted that really neat attack that the Salsa was showing us in that first half. We're looking for substitutions here. Okay, didn't see one. We'll try to get it to you if we missed it. Tavares, clearing kick. Lynch, coming into the picture. Nice header by Lynch. Maintains control. Over to Lee. NHB looks like it's moving real fast now. They look fired up to me. Sanef centers it. Adams, nice lob into the middle. Into Adams. Wilson all over it now. Salsa gate it back. Rick Lee chasing it down. Outside to Gonzalez. Tied at 3. Perhaps 10 or 11 minutes left in the second half. This game is tied at 3. This is it. This is the championship game of this tournament. Oh, NHB is showing some nice play right now. They are using footwork left and right here. They are looking so much better in this second half than they did in the first half. And their defense has tightened up so much on the Salsa, they're fired up. They can't believe they've come back from a 3-1 deficit and tied things up. The momentum seems to be on their side right now. Play resumes. Alberto Valenzuela with the ball, turns it over. Tossed in by Lee. Lee to Martinez. Ball stays in play. Boyce now. Boyce quick. Watch Boyce on his feet. He is faster than just about everybody out there. Boyce again, but he's chopped up. Nice play by Ruben Tavares. Once again, beautiful sweeping action there by number 3 of the Salsa. Ruben Tavares just gets in Boyce's way and cleanly takes the ball right out of the play.
Mr. Sisters on your third.
Martinez making a move towards the center. He's got Boyce in front of him. He gets it over to Boyce. It goes over to Adams. Adams heads it in. Goal! North Huntington Beach takes the lead. 3 unanswered goals from North Huntington Beach. Beautiful play. Score by Garrett Adams. Martinez with the assist. A beautiful header towards the goal by Martinez and picked up by Adams at the last second, and it is in. Score is now 4-3 in favor of North Huntington Beach. With about 9 minutes left to play, the Salsa are going to really have to turn the action on here. Here's Valenzuela up front, and we know they can do it. They've got that great short passing game up front, but lately Mesa has had no pressure on them at all. The whole game is turned around. Here they come now. Number 8, Junior Gonzalez, who scored the first goal of this game. He's in the center. Gonzalez again. Gonzalez alone. Kick against Mesa. Good! Tie game! Gonzalez with his second goal of the game. Phenomenal. Again. Junior Gonzalez with his second goal of the game has tied this game up at 4. We just mentioned it, how the Salsa have got that neat, quick passing game up front. They showed it to us again. No sooner did we mention that the Salsa were not putting enough pressure on Mesa, and sure enough, into the center again, from all the way back comes Junior Gonzalez, shows us a little foot action and slams one in. Tie game. 4 apiece. Unreal. After a beautifully played first half in which there was no score, we have seen 8 goals in the first 32 or 33 minutes of this second half, and we have a trip called. It looks like it'll be against the Salsa. And Mr. Lynch, Charlie Lynch, number 9, tripped up. Lynch is up and okay, and it's going to be his free kick. Okay, it's time for North Huntington Beach to be careful because the Salsa is serious about getting back into this. Alvarez on the outside. They want to take this lead now, the Salsa. North Huntington Beach has got to realize what they're dealing with. If these guys go back into that first half passing action, here comes number 5 now, Sebastian Coneta. Salsa very dangerous up here. Junior Gonzalez again. Centers it. Another kick. Goal! Goal! Carlos Farias, number 11, Carlos Farias drives it through, giving the Salsa a 5-4 lead. This game is completely out of hand. Carlos Farias takes a nice centering pass and drives it through past Mesa, giving the Salsa a 5-4 lead now. This game is completely out of hand. Roughly 6 minutes remaining in this game, and the Salsa have a 5-4 lead. 9 goals so far in this second half. Now Boyce moving to the outside. Boyce slams Hector Galdamez to the ground. Boyce still up and in control. Gets it into the center. Removed from that area by Ruben Tavares.
Okay, you got it.
Mercado, Lynch. Slight delay there. Once again, it's Boyce and Galdamez. Okay, free kick. The ball goes over to North Huntington Beach. It looks like they're going to let Timmy Wilson handle this one. And once again, dangerous situation now for the Salsa. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, the referee's putting everybody into position. Okay, there's Martinez setting himself up. Tavares right in front of him. No, that's DeVort right in front of Martinez. Martinez in front of the goal. Martinez tries the header. It's off the bar, and it's out of play. Oh, and Martinez is frustrated. Nice header by Martinez, and it's just a little too high. Good defense up front from Tony DeVort, number 6. There's your score right there. The Salsa 5, North Huntington Beach 4. Ball goes upfield. They've got Patterson back in the game now. We were going to mention that before on these corner kick situations. You'd like to see Stephen Patterson in the game. He's back in. So they've got the big men in there now, Martinez and Patterson. Here's Boyce. Wilson outside towards Lynch. Ball being chased down by DeVort. DeVort in the corner. North Huntington Beach, beautiful kick right there by Boyce. Back towards Wilson. Lee, about 4 minutes left in the game. Adams, Martinez is dangerous up here. Martinez is alone up here. He falls down on the play, and Serna comes out. Martinez claims he was tripped. Game over. Game over. Martinez claims he was tripped on the last play. He was making a move on goal with seconds left on the clock. And the Salsa have won the game 5-4. What a fantastic game. We haven't seen anything like this in a long time. Once again, so many goals. It started out, the first goal of the game was by Junior Gonzalez. He ended up scoring the 8th goal of the game as well. The second goal of the game came on a penalty shot by Dan Judkins. And the third goal of the game was on a penalty kick by Art Tremlador. Fourth goal of the game was on a penalty kick by Oswaldo Williams of the Salsa. That put them up by a score of 3-1. But immediately, North Huntington Beach came back, scoring the fifth goal of the game by Rick Lee. Ricky Lee made a nice play on that, brought his team to within 1, a score of 3-2, and Jason Martinez had an assist on that play. And then Martinez tied things up at 3 with a beautiful assist from Garrett Adams. After that, North Huntington Beach actually took the lead. We'll try to get this right, with a goal by Garrett Adams that gave them the 4-3 lead. And then Junior Gonzalez came back for his second goal of the game, tied things up at 4. And then Carlos Farias just a few minutes ago scored his first goal of the game, bringing the score to 5-4 in favor of the Salsa. And as you can see on this last play, Martinez was making that one final move towards goal. And he claims he was tripped from behind. It looked to us here like he actually just fell down, didn't get that last shot on goal. And the Salsa are doing their victory march around the field right now. Listen to them as they come by.
We'll see you at the World Cup.
And there it is, a proud group of fellas. They did a great job. We've got to hand it to North Huntington Beach. They looked like a real strong team all day. Today, in the semis, they looked unbeatable. I think that Salsa just had that slight edge. Their quick, sharp passing game, the speed up front seems to have made the difference for them. But North Huntington Beach scored 4 goals on those guys, really made them pay. But Salsa come out on top. So congratulations to them. Once again, this is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions. This is the North Huntington Beach Invitational, and the Salsa are the champions. Good night, everyone.
Photograph.
Oh, goodness. I'm so tired.
I know, huh?
I'd just like to say, in 14 years of coaching, that in Southern Cal, it's probably one of the best youth soccer games I've ever seen. And I'm really pleased because we don't like to lose to anybody at any time, especially in our own tournament. But full compliments to the Salsa and Tavio, because that was, I don't care who, well, I do care who lost, but that was a hell of a game. I mean, it was end-to-end stuff. You just don't see it any better. So I hope there's more to come. So thank you. Okay, Jason Martinez, Jason Boyce, John Bamford, Garrett, Ricky Lee, Ben Judkins. Jason, the goalkeeper's name I don't know. Jeremy Butson. Goldenez. Jason Martinez.
Already.
Patterson, Steve, and Jason.
Raj, these are under 17s.
Oh, these are under 17. We'll take it.
Martinez.
Okay, trade your trophies. Jimmy Wilson, Kevin Mercado, Charlie Lynch, Jose.
Thank you.
Patrick Lee, Ricky Lee. You already got it, sorry.
You're all done.
Anybody else? Sasha, Sanet. Once again, guys, thanks to earn that trophy. Thank you.
Before I say anything, I want to bring here also my assistant coach, Tony, because he's been a very important part. You know, we always, when we got into youth soccer, and myself 3 years ago, I always looked at this team, the NHB team, as really, really the team to beat. And now that we have accomplished that, you know, I just want to congratulate them as well, because for us, winning a tournament is good, winning games are good, but winning this tournament means a lot. So, congratulations to you. And there are also a group of people that I want to thank. Rosemary Woodard, thank you very much. She's been really instrumental. And Sylvia as well, Sylvia Holborn, thank you very much. And lastly, I want to thank George and June Minton, because they are really the ones that gave us the chance to be in this tournament when we really were thinking that we weren't going to be here. So I want to thank them for their hospitality as well. Thank you very much. Tamiko Davila. Tony DeVoe. Minor Alvarez. Junior Gonzalez. Marco Serna. Osvaldo Williams. Carlos Farias. Frank Rushney. Art Tembrador. Rubén Tavares. Héctor Galdames. Sebastián Cogneta. Alberto Valenzuela. Omar Mata. And we also have a couple of players that didn't play today, but We'd like to give him trophies as well. Candido, who was hurt. And Roger. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you. Roger.
Salsa.
We're here with Junior Gonzalez of the victorious Salsa. And Junior, you scored 2 goals today. Is that normal for you? Do you always score 2 goals every game?
No, I just got the ball in the box and tried to finish as good as I can and just went in.
Now, you know, it seems to me, we were watching the game closely. In the first half, you guys were doing some really nice touch-and-go passing. You were passing all over those guys. Did they do anything to slow you up for a while?
Well, they just play a real physical game and just they took advantage of our height situation and kept hitting long balls, and it was kind of breaking us down. And plus, we were tired from playing 5 games in the tournament. So, but the first half we were more refreshed, so we just touched the ball around like we usually do. So that was pretty much it.
Now, the first goal you scored was the first goal of the game. Can you tell me what happened on that play? Do you remember it well?
Yeah, we worked it up through the middle and they hit it across, and Oswaldo Williams took it across the goal and touched it to me when I was open. I lost my man, and I just hit it with my left foot up in the upper right corner.
Now, when you scored that first goal, did you have any idea there'd be 8 more goals scored after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was it.
So did we. Over on the side, we figured that gave you the edge, but it didn't matter that much. Okay, on your second goal, what happened on that play?
Well, me and Arda did a 1-2 in the middle and I felt a man on my left leg, so I brought it around with my right in the back of him, and I just chipped it over the keeper into the upper V on the left. That's what I did. I saw the keeper out, so I just tried to chip him.
Right on. Hey, you guys played really well today. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. This is a keeper. We really love having the tape of this game just for our own personal collections. What's in store next for your team, and what's in store next for you?
We're not sure. We're just gonna try to get into a league. We're not in the league yet, but we're trying to get into Coast League, and then I'm in the ODP program, and hopefully I can make nationals this year.
Okay. Hey, good luck to you, Junior. You played great today. Congratulations. Okay. We've got Hector, Minor, and Oswaldo, and fellas, we'll interview you one at a time. What happened out there today? What did you expect from these guys, and what did you get?
Well, I knew it was going to be a hard game, so we tried hard, and everything came fine.
Did you come into this tournament think you could come away with the whole victory? Did you think you'd get the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, you had all the confidence in the world?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good for you. Okay, now, my man Minor, what happened to you today out there?
Well,
Anybody hitting you from behind?
oh yeah, oh yeah. But I knew it was gonna be a hard game, and I know it was gonna be hard, but I know we're gonna come as champion. I know we have a better team.
Okay, now you guys seem to have this, touch and go thing going on offense. You're really moving the ball around well in front of their net. Is that something you guys concentrate on?
Yeah, we definitely when we get the team together, we know how to touch the ball, better than them. So I know that.
Okay.
We're better than them.
That's why you got that trophy, right?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, see?
Oswaldo, the same thing. You guys were moving the ball around so well in front of their net, it looked like you had the advantage from the very beginning. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, that's the way we play. I mean, that's the way the Latinos play, and we just move their ball around, and they don't know where's the ball. They're looking for the ball, but we always have the ball. So I think that the way we play is a little bit better than they do, because they play like ping pong, yes, boom, 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 like this. So everybody's just watching the ball. Our way to play is like touch on the ground. The ball is always in the ground and move around, and I think that's the key to win those against those kind of
teams.
Teams.
Okay, you guys are moving the ball around really well in the first half, but then towards the end of the first half, it looked like you kind of got out of that. Were you aware that you weren't touching the ball as well and towards the end of the first half?
No, we were like a little bit tired, so we were like, Yeah, coming back. So at the end we could go stronger.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Okay, well, you want to say something to us in Espanol, to the people? Your video.
Nomás quiero decir de que el Salsa va a seguir continuando y vamos a seguir siendo campeones. Y un saludo para un amigo, Waldir Guerra, que juega profesional en el Salsa, que él fue el que nos trajo aquí en este equipo. Y vamos a seguir haciendo lo mejor para seguir siendo campeones.
Gracias por México también, o sea, somos mexicanos. Salsa quiere decir somos de México, de Guatemala, de El Salvador, de Estados Unidos, de Argentina, de Alemania, de todos lados. Eso quiere decir salsa, unión de todos los países. O sea que estamos unidos y podemos seguir adelante. Ya lo demostramos en este torneo.
Okay. All right. My friend, anything else in Espanol?
That's all.
That's all.
Es todo.
Okay,
Salsa,
guys.
right?
Salsa. Okay. We're here with the goalie for today's victorious team, the Salsa, and this is Marco Serna. Marco, they put two mean shots on you in the first half. You knocked them away like they were nothing. Did you feel like you had the game under control after that?
Yeah, in the first half when I blocked those two, I felt pretty good. For the other shots that came in, like I didn't think of them as a big deal, and like I just felt pretty confident in the first half.
Now you guys, I talked to some of your teammates. It sounds like you guys came into this tournament expecting to win it. I mean, do you really feel that confident coming into this tourney?
Yeah, well, when we came in, after being like the NHB the first time, I felt like that we could take the whole thing after seeing what like NHB was doing to the other teams in the other brackets, and I felt pretty good once we won our first game, our first quarterfinal game. I felt that we could take the whole thing. I was pretty sure of ourselves.
Okay, in the early going of the first half, it seems like your teammates are on the other end of the field the whole way. I mean, it almost seemed like you didn't have that much to do, and they were doing this really beautiful touch pass back and forth, give and go kind of thing. I mean, is that what you guys do all the time? Do you plan on doing that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, Octavio sends us into the game well prepared. Like, he tells us how to go in, high pressure, low pressure. That's why I think we do so well, because when we go into the game, we know exactly what to do.
What are you looking to do on a penalty kick, Marco? That seems like a real tough position to be in. I mean, do you expect to get those? What do you do? It's only 12 yards away.
Well, what I just try to do is try to guess and see if I get lucky and stop the ball.
Right, but pretty much it's a tough situation to be in, isn't it?
It's luck, mostly luck.
Right. What goes on now? What's your team going to do, and what are you going to do now?
Well, I'm not sure right now. I'm going to keep on practicing with the Salsa, and I don't know what's going to happen with the team. We're going to keep on playing, and hopefully we could take Dallas, do good in Dallas.
Okay, and your own personal goals in soccer? Do you want to go to school, high school, or college? What do you have in mind?
Well, hopefully I'm trying to get on hopefully I played for the Cobras last year, and hopefully I'll make it again this year, if everything goes right. And I plan to have big plans for the Salsa, be playing on the Salsa.
Okay. Hey, good for you. You guys came away with the big trophy and the tournament victory. You must feel pretty good. What are you going to do tonight? Celebrate a little?
Yeah, we're going to go out for some pizza tonight.
All right, sounds pretty good. Hey, congratulations, man. You looked terrific out there. Okay, you're welcome.
All right.
Well, we saw two super teams in action today. I don't know what to say. I mean, you saw the game for yourself. I mean, there was goal scoring, penalty kicks, people getting dragged down from behind. At the last second, it looked like NHB might tie it up right there with Martinez charging the goal, but he goes down at the last second, and then the whistle blows. Time is out. So I don't know what to say about that game, except it's probably the best soccer game I've ever seen. A great tournament, beautiful conditions for play, and a great crowd all around. You saw the interviews with the Salsa players. They were a pretty spirited bunch of guys. We're glad you tuned in. You got a real good game here on tape. Take care, everybody. This is Steve Farrell for George Langevin Productions.